Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Grab a cold one, crank up the volume, and join the show. Welcome to NBNR Live. Here we go.
It's no block, no rock.
Hey, is it just me? Or am I the only one that feels like that I was hit with a bag full of doorknobs? Welcome to Cornhusker Counseling. Take a seat. Our last appointment of the season. It's 2026.
The football, maybe just the last episode for the football season.
We might have to do some of these for this epic basketball season we're having right now. So we will see. But
tomorrow's
happy New Year, guys.
Tomorrow's their biggest game ever.
Ever.
They might be top 10. Holy buckets.
Yeah. We might have to counsel after that.
Maybe.
Win or lose.
No, that's a lot of work, dude. I don't know.
I know. It's like a whole 3 minutes from your house. You have to.
It's like 8.
Oh, poor thing.
All right. So, Nebraska plays Utah last night. And I don't know. I want to look forward. But yeah, we're going to look backward, just like Matt's hat. We're going to look backward.
God.
Can we just talk about that real quick?
I know we're probably going to start with, are we going to start with triumphs? But
sure.
The Matt hat backwards thing, that shtick is the ultimate trauma for every Husker fan. Like, it not only was it ridiculous before the bowl game, doing it in the practices, and then showing up to press conferences and wearing it and pretend like you're a whole different person, but then you wear it in the bowl game and just your unit that you were said coaching was just dominated. Probably the worst performance they've had all year.
Yeah,
that's saying a lot.
I ended our episode on Monday saying, guys, I hate to break it to you, but the new Matt and 3 weeks of him focusing on the defensive line probably isn't going to solve a whole lot, knowing that he likely was already involved in all of that throughout the season.
Yeah.
100%.
Dude, it's one thing for Phil Snow to throw it out there. Kind of like a glib little throwaway, right?
Yeah.
It's cute. Do it for a practice.
Cool.
Sure. But in a game? Ooh. I can just imagine, like, let's just say you're not really familiar with Nebraska. You're just like an outside observer, and you see that guy, and you're like, surely that's their, like, sideline holdback guy. The dude that holds back the head coach from going on the field?
Yeah. No.
Like, oh, that's their sideline holdback guy. Oh, that's their head coach. Oh.
When you look across the sideline and you
Sure.
look at Utah's coach and he's got nice hat forward.
Interim?
No, he's the head coach now.
That's true.
And you look across the sideline, one sideline looks like a clown show and the other one looks like a power football team. And then it showed on the field. So
Some might say gimmicky.
very gimmicky. Very, very gimmicky.
All hat, no cattle. I heard that. I'll add all backwards hat and no cattle. Just, that. I feel like that's going to be a lasting image in our heads. Like one of those things that you think about if this tenure goes sideways or downward or whatever term you want to use. I feel like that's going to be an image that a lot of people won't forget. Is him in a camo hat on backwards getting doubled up by Utah and Las Vegas. I feel like that's going to be an image that lives on. Triumphs, good things.
Okay, yeah. Let's start with triumphs. I know we started with the ultimate trauma because God, we had to get that out of the way. That was just ridiculous. Triumphs. Kyle, what is your triumph of the Vegas bowl game?
Mine was Mekhi Nelson.
There it is.
Okay.
I think when he wasn't being tackled behind the line of scrimmage, he found space, he found the open lanes, and then he actually had quite a bit of speed. Like that touchdown run that he had. I mean, he had two defenders on both sides, and he just kind of outran them, just running through splitting them.
Yeah.
So I thought he looked good. Even on that wheel route, he had that like jump to him that you've seen from Emmett Johnson, where he's kind of just like stumbling, and then he kind of changes direction, and then he keeps running. He just kind of had that Emmett Johnson feel for me. So I thought Mekhi Nelson, like I said, when somebody wasn't punching him in the face behind the line of scrimmage, I thought he was performing pretty well.
Agree 100%. Mekhi Nelson has been buried behind Emmett, All-American Emmett Johnson. Haven't seen a whole lot of him. I can't lie. I've kind of been like, not good enough. But you're right. There were some runs there where I was like, he looks Emmett Johnson-esque, kind of little jittery, right? So I'm just saying, when it comes to triumphs, I don't mind having him on the roster next year. Not at all.
No,
Yeah.
he used this bowl game as an audition, and he took full advantage. Honestly, Isaiah Mosey, he looked good too at times. Sure. Both the running backs, they looked prepared. EJ Barthel, he used those bowl practices and made his group better. So I agree with you guys. I think both running backs with their auditions, they were both triumphs for Nebraska. Now, I don't know if I could say they played well enough for us not to go get a running back in the portal.
100%. They're going to they have to get
somebody.
a running back.
They have to get somebody.
Yes.
And I can say this too. They ran the ball well, and you could call it coaching, you could call it Dana being Dana, but was there a reason that we were an empty set so much? We've had problems with that all year. We've had problems with pass protection, and we didn't have a running back there to block. Is it because they didn't trust two of those guys in pass pro? That's just one question I have. Like I was thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, the offensive line, they played better down the stretch this year. And then we went back to just going empty set with no quick passes.
Nope.
And nobody there to block. Like a lot of times they were sending more guys than we could block.
6 guys
against 5.
Yep.
And with our 5, it's usually like 4.5. So is there a reason? Is there something in their development at running back that maybe they aren't comfortable with pass blocking, because they just did not have the opportunities back there to pass block? And I wonder if that has something to do with the way they feel about those running backs and their skill sets.
Probably. We are not the OC that gets paid millions to figure that out or know the answer to that. We're sitting here. I'm a school teacher that gets paid $50,000 a year.
Nice.
So I've got pretty basic ball knowledge, I guess. Some might say no knowledge. You're asking me this question. I don't know.
There's a whole lot there. Is what you asked, like the empty set, no quick passes, stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot there that, from my understanding of football and how offenses and quarterbacks generally operate, just from watching it on TV and listening to commentators kind of fill you in on some of that stuff. It's the quarterback's like duty to figure out where the blitz is coming from. Because if you know you've only got,
where's the mic?
Where who's coming and where can I put the ball where there's not going to be that person.
Yep.
And so you just didn't. I don't know that I watched like TJ kind of like sniff it out and maybe tell Dane Key, okay, I need you to run here, or I need you to switch I don't know how all of that works. I don't know what responsibilities that TJ has in this offense. I don't know if that's something that Dana is supposed to be signaling out there for him. I don't know, but it did seem just like you could tell TJ just was not comfortable.
So with Dylan, a lot of the talk was he would audible out of things, and like Holgerson would have a play, and then Dylan would change it.
Yep.
And so that's been some of the criticism of Dylan, is that he like checks out of things. And that TJ is just going to kind of do whatever.
Yeah. Run
Dana
the play that he was
to.
called.
So I don't know. But sticking with triumphs though, there are a lot of position groups that you look at that I am not positive about, that I'm not looking forward to watching next year unless they get portal guys. But running back is one of the positions that I at least feel, assuming that they stick around, of course, I feel a little bit better going into next year.
Yeah,
with,
I would agree with that.
Mackay and Mosey.
Our
Assuming Mosey is still a running back and doesn't transition back to wide receiver,
He should not do that.
I'm sure that will. How much you want to bet that's going to be a storyline? Is he's transitioning back to wide receiver?
No, he's
I'll
not.
bet you we'll see.
No, we're not. He's not doing that.
Kyle?
What'd you say?
I was just going to say our friends at After Hours said my triumph was when the clock hit 0. Todd, his triumph was Caleb Benning, 13 tackles, 4 of which were solo.
Yes.
And Dark Husker said 0-30 against ranked teams. That was my triumph.
0-30.
That's a trauma there, Dark Husker.
I'll tell you
I mean, I guess
We'll
you
get
are
to that.
Dark Husker. Yeah.
Okay. For your last 30, doesn't that just sound like intentional? It sounds like
It's
it
crazy.
sounds intentional.
Well,
They line up against a ranked team and they're like, no, we're gonna lose. Like it's just part of the. It's what has to
you
happen.
got to have an even 0, and then Matt Rule now is 0 for 20, or is it now is 0 for 21? But
I don't
like
know.
it's just we are just perfect together because Matt Rule can't beat ranked teams. Neither could the team he took over, and yeah, triumphs.
So we got running back room.
Yeah,
If we're being generous, we're gonna just say the running back room in general. We would say, and I agree, Caleb Benning had a good game. He had a stupid penalty, a stupid football penalty.
that was not on him. It's so dumb.
I don't like. It's a stupid rule. Anything else that stands out that's good from last night?
I just want to mention, so Avery Howard lined up an interview with Emmett Johnson that I got to film, and we got to talk with Emmett for like 30 minutes after our interview. And that's all on Hail Varsity. So if you're interested in that, you can wait till the end of this episode and go check that out. He talked about EJ Barthel, and just like what he has taught him and like how he's coached him and like why a big reason for his jump in production has come from EJ Barthel. So I think that's somebody that's kind of under the radar most of the time.
Yeah.
Is you look at these like running back rooms, and we talked about it. I don't know if it was after like the Michigan game or something. It's like, what is going on? Why, blah, blah, blah. And I had mentioned like without a solid offensive line, you're probably not going to get any production out of hardly anybody.
Mhm.
And I think EJ just kind of took a lot of blame for that. And after sitting down with Emmett and talking to him for quite a while, it was pretty apparent that like EJ's kind of a stud. At least for Emmett, he was. And so I'm hoping that watching Mackay Nelson sit behind Emmett, getting coached by EJ and watching that room develop, I think it does get a little bit better.
Couple months in the off season, get stronger and faster.
Yeah, take care of your body. Do exactly what Emmett did. Like Emmett, I don't know what he did to take care of his body, but the dude carried the ball more than any running back in college football, and he always looked fresh.
Yeah,
and that has to go into just the way that he took care of himself in the offseason. So he's got to coach those other running backs. Yeah, Emmett does on his way out.
Considering, you know what? This will be a trauma for me at least. So Emmett Johnson did that. He showed just spectacular growth individually. And I'm not sure you could say that about a lot of guys on this team where you're like, oh my gosh, that's a development story. Emmett Johnson is a development story, but I'm giving credit to him more than I am the coaches because I just feel like he's a spectacular talent individually. There's no one else besides Emmett that you're like development guy. I could hear Justin Evans, but that's it.
Yeah.
So, this game went exactly as I expected it would.
Yeah.
Like exactly this, even down to the fast start that we got off to. We've gotten off to fast starts in games that we've been blown out in. You guys remember Penn State?
Mm-hmm.
Emmett Johnson. He's running down the sideline for like a 60-yard run. The drive didn't end well. Iowa, quick start, blown out. This game started exactly, and it went exactly as I expected it would. Just over the course of 60 minutes, Utah, knowing who they are, despite having their stud O lineman out, didn't
You couldn't even tell.
didn't just change up. They didn't change up and say, oh, I guess we got to do this now. Nope. Their quarterback's a monster. But yeah, of course I'm mad in the moment, but that game went exactly as I thought it would.
Right. Like, if you're a Husker fan, I'm not going to sit over here and tell you how you should feel about that game. Okay?
No.
Like, if you're mad about it, you should be. If you want to see the bright side of it, go for it. Not going to tell you how you need to fan and how you should process that game or the last 3 games of the season. But I will tell you, it wasn't good. But you, as a Husker fan, if you didn't expect that, then maybe you need to look yourself in the mirror and be like, hey, this is where we're at.
All this game did was highlight exactly what's been wrong for the past 12 games anyway.
Yes.
It just put a little cherry on top. That's all. It just confirmed everything that we already knew. Right? Line play, not good.
I mean, they run blocked well in the
First quarter.
First quarter. They did.
Okay, so that'll be my first.
Yeah.
Trauma.
Trauma?
The run game.
Yeah.
There's always a fucking excuse. Well, I'm sure if you asked Holgerson, right? Hey, so why'd you get away from the run? Well, it's because Utah was they were running up. There's always something. Always something. There's always an excuse to go away from the run game. There's always an excuse. I'm a simple guy. I look at the box score. Okay, I'm a box score watcher. Mekhi Nelson had 11 carries for over 7 yards a pop. I'm a simple man. I see that and I go, why does he only have 11 carries? Well, it's because Utah started running up. Always something. So are you telling me, let's say Emmett Johnson did play. Let's say Emmett Johnson in this game got 11 carries for over 7 yards a pop. Are you kidding me? Why is there always an excuse to go away from the run game? Why?
Well, I was looking at the last night. I just kind of ran down a brief, like play-by-play, just for I wanted to look at the series because that was my number one question. Was did we get away from the run game, or was the run game just not working? And so then you're trying other things. I believe, and somebody can fact check me on this. I'm kind of scrolling through it right now.
Okay.
I believe in the game there were 2 series where it was 3 passes, 3 and out. And that was in the rut. That was in the second and third quarter. That was you hadn't gotten a first down in 2 quarters.
5 straight 3 and outs, I believe.
Yeah, I got the drive chart in front of me.
So I believe it was 2 drives where it was pass, 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 punt. The rest was you try to run it on first, or maybe you try to pass it on first and it's a sack. And then you try to run it and now you've got 2 yards. And now you've got 3rd and long. You try to pass, it's punt.
Right.
They're just, I don't want to say Dana got away from the run game, because ultimately this is where my confusion came from, was look at how Utah adjusted after the first 2 touchdowns by Nebraska.
Yep.
That second quarter started and it was you couldn't get an inch, and that's where the drought started.
Mm-hmm.
So my question, and this is where my biggest trauma is why did we watch that quarterback run the same fake sweep quarterback run for 10 yards plus a carry and 2 touchdowns 15 times?
Yep. They ran that same play.
I texted the group chat and I said, hey, at what point do you just give up trying to defend anybody else but the quarterback? The whole defense, I don't give a shit. You see that wide receiver go in motion? Send the whole defense at the quarterback. I don't know how else to stop it. I don't know what else you do. Mm-hmm. But at some point, after about the 5th time you'd been burned by that quarterback, just running it up and that guard pulling and blocking the edge, after about the 5th time of that happening, at some point the defense just has to say, okay, well, he's gashing us, so we got to stop that first.
Right. Load the box. I mean, I'd say beat him with the arm, but he did. He did that too. That tight end had a freaking heyday against us. Anything that, and then Nebraska all year hasn't been a good zone team, and just the 20-yard. This is my favorite trauma.
Oh my God.
Jared and I are sitting watching the game, and Matt Rule, like usual, calls timeout We get the sack or whatever.
Intentional grounding.
Or intentional grounding. We get the intentional grounding. So it's 3rd and 20. 3rd and 20. And so technically 3rd and goal from the 20.
3rd and goal from the 20.
3rd and goal from the 20. Play clock's running down. The quarterback's complaining about it not being intentional grounding, even though there was nobody even close to the football. He's complaining about that. Play clock's running down. They look like they're scrambling. What does Matt Rule do?
Timeout.
He calls timeout. And I said, hey, Jared,
His favorite.
guess what?
It's his favorite.
He called timeout, and now they have time to go draw a play where they're going to throw a 20-yard touchdown pass. And sure as shit, they throw a 20-yard touchdown pass because we are terrible at zone. You've got a guy in Justin Rhett who hasn't played all fucking year, and he's out there blown coverage, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. Dude gets cooked. Guy wide open in the end zone. What are we doing? 3rd and 20, 3rd and goal from the 20-yard line, and you give up a touchdown? That's
And the quarterback had like 8.5 seconds.
insane.
Oh, I mean, that was the whole game, dude.
I never saw. I mean, I think he got pressure a
Backwards
couple
hat
times.
fuck calls a timeout.
Crazy.
You camo hat, backwards hat wearing fuck.
That was crazy.
What are you calling a timeout for?
It was crazy.
We had to draw something up on defense. Shut up. What are you going to draw up?
God.
Your defense sucks.
Yeah.
That was their only sign that they were in any strain whatsoever. That was the only time that they were stressed out.
Yeah.
Was after that intentional grounding. Timeout. A fucking 5-minute lull. Get composed, right? Take a deep breath, Utah. 3rd and goal from the 20.
Bet.
And he throws a dime in the middle of the field.
Well, in some teams, if they respected you, some teams would have just been like, hey, we're going to do a check down, take the points, move on. Utah did not respect Nebraska at all.
No.
They went for it on 4th down a couple times. They did not respect them at all. They did not care. They knew they were going to get it. They knew they dominated the line of scrimmage. It looked like our defensive linemen at times were just standing in place.
Straight up.
Like straight up standing in place because their O-line was that dominant.
Yep. Another trauma of mine, and this goes back to some management stuff, was I forget what the thing was or what was being argued, but I feel like the entire coaching staff was like watching the replay up on the board, or they were arguing with the ref, and TJ Lateef is I need to play. I need to play. I need to
Hit
play.
out of bounds. When he got hit out of bounds.
That's it.
And Matt Rule's like arguing about how it wasn't a flag. And then they're freaking out. And the play clock's running down.
Yeah.
So what do you freaking know?
Delay the game.
Gotta waste it. Did we get the delay game? Or we called a timeout? Didn't we waste another timeout?
Was it? So I remember a delay game happening, and then Rule was complaining about that too.
Because they didn't reset the play clock.
The rest probably looking at him going, who's this backwards hat dude talking to me?
Where's your head coach at?
Is this the head coach guy?
Can I speak to your head coach?
Get this sideline holdback guy away from me. Surely this isn't the head coach talking to me.
What was that? Yeah, what was that
Right?
play? I think you're right, but I don't know if it was. I thought we got to delay a game, but maybe they did call a timeout.
No, I think they called timeout. They had to waste another timeout. It's just insane.
Love timeout.
If Matt Rule does not hire somebody to help him manage the clock in his timeouts next year,
that's a lost cause. Dude.
it is.
It's a lost cause.
It is.
It's as long as Matt Rule is the coach at Nebraska, we will sit here after every game, and there's going to be something. There's going to be something that happens in the game. You know what? Maybe that happens to every team in the country. Who's Miami's head coach? I forget his fucking name.
Mario Cristobal.
I've heard so much shit about Cristobal and his game management. And look at him. His team's doing all right. Maybe this is just a thing that all college coaches just aren't good at, is managing a game. Maybe we're making too much out of it.
No.
And that the roster isn't good enough to overcome. And Miami's is apparently good enough to overcome the bad game management. Maybe that's what we just got to do. You're not going to hire a clock guy.
You should. You have unlimited staff members. You literally, and if you have a guy that tells you when to challenge things, when to go for it on 4th down, and when to take timeouts, if you have that currently, fire him. Because we saw that issue all year round. And I thought if we didn't get that 4th down in 1 or whatever, I thought we were going to come in and Kyle was going to just lose his shit. We finally got a 4th down and short.
Yeah.
And I thought if we were going to come in here and Kyle was going to lose his shit.
Yeah. I was watching that, but at that point, I'm like, it's a bowl game.
Yeah, who cares?
It's a bowl game. What do you got to lose?
Yeah. Okay. Another overall trauma. Not a new thing. It's something I've brought up before, but I think Utah just highlighted maybe a conversation we need to have about strength and conditioning.
Yeah. Huffing
Right?
and puffing.
Huffing and puffing. I feel like it's a taboo subject whenever you bring up strength and conditioning. Okay, we've acknowledged we don't know all the ins and outs of strength and conditioning. All we can do is go off the eye test and what we see on game days. It's not supposed to look like that. A
No.
Big Ten team isn't supposed to look like that.
No. They look like Miami against Nebraska when they're huffing and puffing
Mm-hmm.
and we're standing, our O-line's just standing there. Like that's what we looked like yesterday.
Are you guys talking about on defense?
Everything. Offense, defense, like the team.
Well, especially
Be-
defense.
be-
especially
Yeah,
defense.
I mean, well, in defense, when you go 2 quarters going 3 and out 5 straight times, I mean,
Yeah.
the defense is the only people on the field.
Yeah.
They're the only ones running, and
Absolutely.
they're getting gashed over their head. They're getting gashed up the middle. The quarterback's running. I mean, you're going to be tired. We've said that all along,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to like hurry up offenses and stuff. It's like you're just burning your defense, and I mean, that's kind of what happens.
Yeah,
Is if your offense doesn't show up to the football game, your defense is the only one out on the field.
Yeah,
It's just they look so outmatched, dude.
they did.
Again, they looked G5. They looked MAC.
They did.
Utah's in the Big 12. So,
So
like,
they would
Utah
fare
plays
wetter in the Big Ten than
yes,
Nebraska does.
Yes, absolutely. We just get outmanned and outclassed again, and we look slow. I don't know if it's Corey Campbell. I'm gonna get hit in the comments. Okay, I know this right away. You know who they need to hire? Chris Doyle.
Oh, that guy.
Why not?
Yeah.
The dude with the flat top. Is that who you're talking about?
No.
The racist Iowa
The
guy.
racist Iowa guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that got fired. Yeah, I don't think you can do that.
Why? Why?
I don't know. I think
Chris Doyle
that would be a bad look.
for who? Like, why?
Well, you know why.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. I mean, there's a reason he's
it's a-
unemployed. Like that's not. It's not going to happen. Nobody's going to take a chance on that. We talk about strength and conditioning though, and it's not only just like the way we look and the way we play. I'm talking about like the injuries,
Sure.
like the amount of players that are unavailable. Like Isaiah Hunter being unavailable the day of the game. Like Deshaun Singleton, who went down to Vegas and was like, he represented us in Vegas. And then all of a sudden,
What
they
happened?
tell us the day before the game that he's not playing.
What happened to him?
And boy, did we need him. Like, what these injuries are insane. And then Matt Rule is using it as a crutch, but he's talking about Turner, how he's playing on like one leg. I'm like, then why is he playing? Why is there nobody else after a 12-game season? Why is no other lineman able to play? Why don't you have anybody else ready to try to play right tackle? Like,
I don't have an answer.
it all falls back to strength and conditioning. The guys aren't ready to play. Their bodies aren't ready to play. We have injuries that are just insane. And we have guys playing through injuries. I tip your cap. Tyler Canuck, dude has an entire arm in a cast and he's playing guard, right? Like, tip your cap to him. But on the flip side, it's like, you don't have anybody. So you're telling me Tyler Canuck with one arm is better than Grant Bricks, Preston Ta'amua,
Yes. Who else I got?
Slam Sledge. Yes.
Name someone else. Yes.
Like, it's concerning.
If you-
It's very concerning.
If you asked, and look, we've shit on him before. If you asked John Butler that question, what would he say?
Yes. John Butler's honest.
You would ask him, why this? Why that? What would his answer be?
We have to go get different guys.
We have to get different guys.
Yeah.
They're not good enough.
Yes.
He said the thing that Matt Rule hates, because ultimately it's an indictment on him
Yeah.
and his talent evaluation
Yes.
and the fact that he can't develop anyone.
Yeah.
We need to go in the portal to get a whole new roster, to get guys that other teams have developed, not us. We need to get them. because the guys that we have, Matt Rule and his staff have not developed.
Yes.
The thing that John Butler said out loud forced Matt Rule to be like, oh, you can't say that.
You can't say that.
You listen, we can't have Nebraska fans knowing this. You're gone. You can't coach for me if you say that out loud.
Well, and to piggyback on that, I told you this, yesterday when we were watching the game. I want Nebraska fans to not get attached to any player in this era of college football just because they are loyal to Nebraska or whatever. If we bring in better guys, don't love him because he's a Nebraska guy or because he stayed and all that. No. Nebraska needs to go get the best players available. So I'm sorry, if Caleb Benning, if we go get a safety of the portal and he's better than Caleb Benning, that the portal guy, if he's better, he should be playing. Don't fall in love with him because his last name is Benning. I'm not saying Caleb is a problem or anything like that, but I'm just saying, do not fall in love with the Nebraska guys or the guys that you saw on the field this year. Because in this era of college football, especially if you look at the Iowa States of the world, the Oklahoma States of the world, where they have like 6 players left, do not fall in love with any player. And if they're sticking around, like I saw Cam Lenhart and Shavers and those guys, they said they're going to come back.
Of course they are.
If Nebraska brings in guys that are better than those guys and they're playing over them, don't feel, I need Cam Lenhart in my life. No, don't fall in love with any players ever again, because in this era, they're one and dones guys. Like, that's it.
Let me ask you something. You see some players come out and say, I'm sticking around. Cool. But why? Why are they sticking around? Sure.
I think it's money, and I think they actually believe in Matt Rule because he's a good salesman. I think they believe in him.
If Cam Lenhart were to leave,
right,
where would he go, do you think?
He'd
probably go to someplace decent.
I think he'd be like remember Buckley went to like Michigan State or something, or Alante Brown ended up at Michigan State. I think he'd go to like some other Big Ten school or like a Big 12 school or something. And you know what? They would go there, and he'd probably be fine. He'd probably be fine because he'd be playing around players that are better. Like, I'm not saying Cam Lenhart is bad. I'm not saying Vincent Shavers is bad, but the guys around him are not good enough to elevate the guys that we're talking about.
Yeah, that's kind of been my point for Riley Van Poppel.
Yeah,
is like, you don't have an Ndamukong Suh next to you
to
make you look even better because people are double teaming him.
Yes,
right. You've got Riley Van Poppel.
Yeah, and he looked really good as a freshman, right? Riley Van Poppel looked great when Ty and Nash were next to him. And he could feast because Ty was drawing double teams and Nash was drawing double teams. It's fine. But if you're not ready to be that guy, he's not ready to be the guy. He's not Ty and Nash yet. Maybe he will be someday, but he's not. And in the meantime, you need to go find somebody, because obviously you can't develop guys to become Ty and Nash. So you need to find somebody to be Ty and Nash, to make these other guys around them better and live up to their potential that you see in them.
I know it's post game. I know that it's a player that just got beat 44-22. But RVP in the post game said something that over the past 20 years we hear all the time. Something to the effect of, guys leaving and the guys that want to be here, that they won't space off. Just, again, it's so tone deaf when you say we want guys that want to be here and won't space off. It's coming from you. Mm-hmm. When I watch you play, how bad do you want it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, in my mind, you hear people like question people's effort, and you hear people question this, question that. It's like, there's no way for me to gauge that. As a fan sitting on my couch watching, you very well could want it 10 times more.
Bad.
And listen, these guys put in months and months and months of getting their ass kicked and going through summer training and being in the weight room and doing. I guarantee you, he wants it 55 times more than I do.
Yes,
because I turn it on Saturdays and I turn it off on Saturdays, and then I go on about my life.
Yep.
And so sometimes I hear people question like, "Oh, the effort," or "Oh, yeah, this, that." I have a hard time believing that anybody on that field doesn't want to win. It's the same kind of conversation with like strength and conditioning. It's that. So I don't see any of it. I don't know anything about it. I don't know. The injuries might just happen because One, you've got a young team that are all undersized and they're just getting their ass kicked. We brought that up
Right.
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's like, look, man, if you're going out there and you're playing Penn State and you're playing Minnesota for God's sakes, and you're playing Iowa, and then Utah. It's like, yeah, dude, you guys just got your asses kicked. That's probably where you got hurt.
Yeah.
You weren't like one-on-one. If you and I, Mike, were just to run at each other full force for 60 minutes in this room,
I'd lay you out.
one of us is getting hurt, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Well, I guess whoever's on the receiving end is probably getting hurt the most, right? I don't know. There's a lot of questioning that happens, and I just don't feel comfortable like being the one to talk about it.
Effort. Yeah. I mean, like, effort's a tough thing to talk about.
No, and I'm not even addressing the effort. I'm saying when you watch the game, the dude, Mike, we just said the defensive line
Looked like it was just standing there.
looks like they were just standing up.
Yeah.
And they were getting no pressure on Dampier whatsoever. And Dampier could do whatever he wanted. So I'm just saying it's empty. It's empty words when you say we just want guys that want to be here, that they won't space off. But it's coming from you. Your unit has been the worst unit on the team.
Yeah.
It just doesn't mean it doesn't mean anything to me when you say it.
But why are you putting Riley Van Poppel in front of the media? Like, out of all the position groups and all the players,
Let's just go home.
You know, like I don't know. That's just it's tough. Like I said, he doesn't have a tie and a Nash. He doesn't have anything that anybody around him to make him better. And so that's why Matt Rule has to hit the portal starting tomorrow. The portal is going to open in Nebraska. They better have visits lined up left and right. And I'm sure they will. I think despite everything we've said and what we think about Matt Rule right now, I would imagine he is in a position to handle this very well. He's been in the NFL. He's got a GM that has been in the NFL for a very long time. So you would hope that they have been tampering and contacting people, and they've got all this stuff ready to roll so that they can solve these issues. It's not like we're the only ones that know that the D-line sucks. Like, they know.
Of course they do.
And John Butler told you to your face that they weren't good enough, and they had to get different guys. So it's tough. It is.
So, Kyle, you mentioned a few teams there that I just want to talk about real quick.
Yeah.
Because it is the ultimate trauma for me. Minnesota, Iowa, Utah under Whittingham. All these programs that you named, they all know who they are. If they're on offense and the defense makes an adjustment, it doesn't really matter, because that doesn't change who they are,
Right.
their identity. They're not going to just change up at the slightest inconvenience. Oh, the defense made an adjustment. Looks like I got to do something else.
Got to go empty set. Better go empty set.
And the thing too is, when we say the word identity, I think a lot of people, they put the image in their head of, well, you just mean running the football all the time. No. Mike Leach had an identity.
Yeah.
You knew what a Mike Leach offense was going to do. So it doesn't just mean pounding the rock 50 times a game. In this case, yes, that's what I want. It was working for you. And at the slightest inconvenience, Dana's like, nope, we got our script. The script was amazing. But the moment that we got to go off script.
Yeah, when you have to adjust and actually coach.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the play-by-play. Okay. And
Yeah.
I think I've kind of found where like the panic sets in a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So end of the first quarter, it's Nebraska 14, Utah 7.
Yep.
Cool.
Nebraska gets the ball in the second quarter. They try a run. It gets stuffed, lose a yard. So then, okay, now normal. Okay. Right. Normal. Maybe you try a pass after that. It's incomplete.
Sure.
So now you're third and long. You've got a 9-yard completion. You're short by 2 yards. Punt it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not the moment. Utah goes down,
Score.
basically untouched.
Sure.
Scores. They tie the game. And it's at this moment that I think the wheels start to kind of fall off.
Yep.
So you've got Nebraska gets the ball back. They take a sack. They have a 7-yard pass, a 5-yard penalty, and then incompletion, punt.
Oof.
And from that moment on, I think it was just kind of, and even after that, the next possession, Nebraska has a 2-yard run a 0-yard run, a -2-yard run, punt. So this is where I'm thinking to myself, like when we talk about, oh, Dana just gives up on the run. Even after that 3 pass with a penalty, you punt the ball, he's like, okay, let's get back to the run because it was working. And suddenly it's not working. And now you go down. Now you're down 24-14. So it's just
you're not going to run then.
Yeah, you can't run then, right? And so it's like, well, Iowa would run, Minnesota would run.
They sure would.
They would keep going. But when you look at it, you're like, hey, I tried it, and I got 2 yards, 0 yards, -2 yards. It's like, what do you do, man? I don't know. And I will say, to your guys' point earlier this week, you guys mentioned there has got to be some designed quarterback runs.
Yeah,
late in the game, they started to do it, and TJ was picking up 5 to 10 yards at a time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just, but you also can't be like, okay, well, if that's not who you are, don't try to force it, because we ask all the time, have an identity, have an identity, have an identity. So it's like, if that's not what you want to be, don't try to force it. And so they tried to be what they want to be. It didn't work. And then they tried to be stuff that they weren't. It started to work. Now you get into this confusion of, well, now what's our identity?
Right.
You sold out. You wanted to be the run team. You wanted to be the ones that knew that the defense was bad at the run D. So you try to run it. The defense makes an adjustment, and now they're stuffing the run. So then now you're trying to pass all over the place. That doesn't work. Now you're trying to run TJ. And then at the end of the game, we're all going, what was the identity? It's just, I don't know. I don't know if you just start from scratch. I don't know if you just have to build on it, create the identity, build on it, and go. But now it's year 3, you're moving into year 4, and you're like, dude, it might be too late.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I think you are correct. I think I don't want to say have dug the grave, but now you're at the point where your schedule is
unbearable.
I don't even want to look at it.
Yeah. It's not good. It's not favorable. This was the most favorable schedule Nebraska football has had in 10 years. And you shit the bed. You shit the bed. You lost to teams that on paper you shouldn't have lost to. You got blown out by teams that you shouldn't ever lose to. Like, I'm sorry.
And now you're in scramble mode.
Yeah, you're in scramble mode. It's a reset. And
it's a reset.
It is a reset. And Matt Rule was insulted when they brought that up to him. He was insulted by that. It's not, we're just tweaking. No, it's a full reset, because after year 3, you still have no identity. And I'm sorry, it's a copycat league, guys. You have a mobile quarterback, and you know what the other team does not do well, which was stop quarterback run and stop the run. Okay, you did the first part. They made an adjustment. That's where you have to have something else to make an adjustment that can also still play on that weakness. You can't just hand the ball off the same way every time, and sometimes that works. Okay. Well, if they finally stop it, you have to have something else to beat that. And they scripted it well, but they never know how to adjust. And that's where good coaches and elite coaches separate themselves.
So what do we
adjustments, offense and defense, no adjustments ever.
Why is Dana Holgorsen the offensive coordinator then?
I don't know. I can't answer that.
Why?
You. I have no clue.
Wasn't he supposed to be a savant?
Yeah.
Isn't he supposed to be the guy that's seen 40 years of football and is supposed to know that the team that you play, they're trying to stop you.
Yeah.
And they're going to change things up. And Dana Holgorsen's seen a lot of ball. So why, if we can't make the adjustments, why is he the OC? We need to get an OC that's able to make adjustments.
But he's not gone. So you have to figure out a way to an established identity with Dana as your OC.
You're right. Dana's going to be here. Matt Rule's going to be here
because he trusts.
No matter how much you hate these guys, are going to be here.
Yeah, he trusts his life with Dana. And you saying that that's his Taylor Martinez. That's his Adrian Martinez. That's going to be Matt Rule's. He's going to have to take that with him all the way to the grave.
To be fair, Matt Rule has said a lot of things that, quite frankly, in my mind, are bullshit. So,
I just want to say, if I were to give like a prescription to this whole conversation,
it
is that you were running the ball very well, and then the defense made an adjustment, So then you try to make an adjustment as well and start throwing the ball. If you're going to load the box and you're going to try to stop the run, we're going to throw it. I don't want it to get lost on this whole conversation that TJ did not provide a whole lot.
No.
Through the air.
Nope.
Didn't provide a whole lot. The wide receivers and TJ did not provide a whole lot of relief. The run game wasn't working, and the wide receivers and the quarterback did not provide much of a relief from that. Nope.
No.
So
Clark.
There was an adjustment. It just, the people that execute that adjustment wasn't going great. Right. So that if I were to give a prescription to that whole conversation about no adjustments and things, I thought they did. I thought they tried a couple of those drives. We just talked about it. Like, okay, the run's not working. Let's adjust. Let's try to throw the ball. That wasn't working either.
Right.
So, yeah.
So the quarterback conversation. Latif in the last post UCLA didn't show you enough.
No, he's not the guy. If he's your guy, then
you better surround him.
Well,
oh my God.
I think Matt Rule failed. If TJ Latif is your quarterback next year, Matt Rule completely failed in the offseason. Unless he spent the entire bag on O lineman and D lineman and whatever and cool music to your ears. But I still don't even think he's good enough with a perfect situation. I don't like Dylan. If you gave Dylan, like, he's a perfect elite 7-on-7 guy. Like, if you gave him a perfect offensive line, elite receivers around him, and he had all day to throw, Dylan would be an elite college quarterback. He would take the huge step that we thought he was going to. I can't say the same about TJ. Like, if you give TJ all the time in the world, I just didn't see enough to be like, yeah, that guy's elite.
No. I mean,
he bounced to one to Corey, who was wide open.
Yeah. I mean, he's not a good enough passer.
No, he's not.
He's not. And that's not, again, it's not talking shit on TJ. I think if you sat TJ down here in that chair, I think he would tell you the same thing.
He's got things to work on.
I didn't play well enough. They need to bring someone in. And I look at Dampier. When Utah brought him in from New Mexico, everything that he did at New Mexico, it matches up with what I would personally want out of a quarterback. I mean, what's that? I look back at what he did. I look at the amount of carries that he had at New Mexico. It was 150. I look at the amount of rush touchdowns that he had. It was 19. He is a running threat. He can also throw very well. I just feel like they need to get a quarterback that at wherever he was at previously, he needs to have at least 100 carries on his resume. Well, that's not the kind of offense that wins in the Big Ten. We're still saying that.
Look at Gronowski, who was just, I mean, we could talk all we want about how bad Gronowski looked all season long, but guess what? He was their offense.
So so the whole 100 carries thing, what does that tell me? It tells me, first of all, he's tough. He was able to last with over 100 carries. Usually, if you have over 100 carries as a quarterback, that means that you lasted the whole year and you've taken hits and you're mentally tough and you're physically tough. We need a quarterback that is strong right here and up here, especially here. And it tells me that you're a running threat and that the defense needs to take account for you. Kyle, we were talking about Devin Dampier. Why don't we just focus on Dampier? He's been getting 30 yards every time he runs the ball. Guess what? You crash down on Dampier, what's he going to do? Hand the ball off because you're focused on him. So now you have another running back doing the work. So that's what I want for my quarterback, is a guy that has over 100 carries at where he was previously. Are we going to get that guy?
I don't know.
Is Aiden Childs that guy?
I think Aiden Childs would be fine. People keep, I mean, we already talked about this, but like, I had somebody else text me that this week.
Jeff Sims
2.0. Like, do you even look at did you even look at the stats?
They're both black.
That's it. Like, that's it. That's the closest thing that's the only thing. And guess what? Jeff Sims, the guy that you guys keep talking shit about, dude, balled the hell out this year.
I mean,
what I want, if you want a prescription, what I want Husker fans to do is don't fall in love with every transfer guy, because no matter how they played at their last stop does not mean they're going to replicate it at Nebraska. It's just not going to happen.
No.
So don't fall in love with every player and just think because they had this much production at this place or this level that they're going to do that in Nebraska, because it's probably not going to happen. There's something in the water. There's something that happens when they get the spotlight on them at Nebraska. They just don't. They're not themselves anymore.
Well, I'm just hearing like we're going to get 4 San Diego State guys. We're going to get some South Carolina offensive linemen and some Georgia Tech offensive linemen. It's like,
good. Go get them. Go get them.
Sure, go get them. But that's just such the easy thing to do, though. If you looked at South Carolina's stats,
They're not good.
running the ball, they were horrendous this year. So what? We're going to get these Gamecock O-linemen, and we're just going to be cool with it. We're just going to be satisfied. I mean, it's fresh blood.
Yeah, it's a new phase, so you're going to be excited about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They need to change a lot of things, man. In a critical year. For next year, I can just tell you, you need to lower your expectations. Right? Am I wrong in saying that?
Bowl game.
Bowl game.
Make a bowl game.
If they make it to a bowl game, I'm going to Dodge Street, 72nd and Dodge, with my shirt off, and I'm hanging off a light pole. If they make a bowl game next year, my expectations are low. I am not going to be mad. Okay, I promise you, Kyle. If they go 6-6, I'm not going to be mad. I promise. This is my pledge.
I'll still be
This
mad.
is my New Year's resolution.
I'll still be mad.
If they go 6-6, I will not call for rules head. I promise. Cross my heart, hope to die. I will be satisfied with the bowl game next year.
Okay. We've got a couple of super chats.
Hey.
So to start, Coach Ben Audie says,
Been a while.
is it okay to show up to counseling hungover? Yes, indeed, it is.
It's encouraged.
Thank God.
Dark Husker dropped a $4.99 with no comment. We appreciate you.
Hey, thank you.
Jack Jazuski says, guys, we all know where this is going. Give it 2 years. I think I know where it's going.
Is he referring to Matt Rule's firing? Is that what he's trying to imply here?
Yeah, I think that's what he said. Definitely.
And then
I don't know.
your guys' favorite super chatter, Adam Halperin,
Hey,
with 1999.
I love Adam, man.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
Adam, thanks for keeping these lights on.
Hey, Adam, you have taken Ben Audi's place. Ben Audi, that used to be you, man. I don't know what happened. You changed up on us.
He says, guys, I just wanted Huskers to play hard and keep it close yesterday, and they couldn't even do that. I feel not great about anything.
Okay, I mean,
Hey, I'm not going to tell you how to fan. That's all I got to say.
well, Adam said he wanted them to play hard. We went on a 10-minute discussion about effort. It's like, if I rewatch that game, I don't think we're sitting here going, wow, they played really hard. Like, I watched Miami last night. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
They are fucking hitting people, man.
Yeah. And they
They're
got like
flying.
swagger and
Yeah.
like, I just want that. That'd be cool. Just to have like, even if you weren't even as good as where Miami is, Miami's in the playoff and everything, but like just to have like a swagger to you. Like people like celebrate when you do good things and get pumped up when you hit a guy really good, and like it actually carries over to the team. Like I want that. I want that.
Well, again, it's just just the play to play way that you conduct yourself. Miami's out there putting licks on Ohio State, man. And look, Miami has not been all that good,
No.
right? And they play in the ACC weak conference. They're flying. They're fucking
Yeah.
they're killing people out there.
I
dude.
You know,
will say-
football at the end of the day is ultimately one-on-one, I need to be able to beat your ass all game long.
Mhm.
And that is just something that, as we have mentioned in the past, and Adam Halperin has mentioned with his super chat, is it just wasn't physical at all.
No.
We were on the receiving end and not the giving end, and that is team-wide.
So physicality. It's a word that
Physicality.
it's a word that gets thrown around, similar to identity, right? Physicality. We lack physicality. When I say that, I try to keep it as basic as possible. Are you good at blocking and tackling? Right? We are not good at that. First quarter, we were pretty good at that. And maybe that's the Jeep weight factor. I don't know.
We
Because we were leaning on them in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And of course, let me push my glasses up. Utah changed to a meh.
Don't care.
I know. Physicality, blocking, tackling, just look slow.
The tackling was bad.
That tackling was
man.
really bad.
It was so
That's
bad.
something we didn't even touch on.
We didn't even touch on that. That was so bad.
Like, yeah, go what?
I just wanted to give just a quick little shout out to our friends over here at Signavation Omaha, where your image is our business. From eye-catching indoor and outdoor signs to clear professional wayfinding solutions, we help your brand stand out where it matters the most. Transform your walls with stunning wraps, turn vehicles into rolling billboards with custom decals, and privacy or style with vinyl window graphics. When you partner with Signavation Omaha, you're not just getting signage, you're adding curb appeal and creating lasting impressions or first impressions for your customers. Shout out to Signavation Omaha for being the sponsor here at No Block, No Rock. And of course, our lovely sponsor, Heavy Brewing. We're not drinking today. I drank plenty of beers last night.
Yeah.
I could have drank more.
A lot of heavy beers? Yes.
Yeah. Of course.
Yes.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. So,
yes. Sinovation, Heavy Brewing. A thing that we didn't talk about, just real quick. Special teams didn't look all that great.
no. And
The kickoff returns were
awful.
ugh.
You just kept setting yourself up for just such bad drives. Like, what's one thing that Iowa does really well is like they get excited if they just pin the team deep, and it's like field position game, wait for a mistake, score a touchdown. You put yourself at the 10-yard line repeatedly. What did you think was going to happen?
Yeah. And again, if you sat TJ Lateef down here, he'd be like, dude, we were starting from my own 10 every possession.
Yeah.
You were asking me to do a lot. True freshman quarterback.
Yeah.
TJ Lateef, starting from his own 10 every possession.
Yeah.
You're not doing him a lot of favors there.
Right.
Another management thing. I texted about this, and you said you didn't mind it, but we've talked about it in previous games this year, which was the
Accepting the penalty.
Yeah. On the delay of game. It was like 4th and 4 at the 50.
No, they were at like the 40.
Yeah, they were at Nebraska's about 40.
Yeah, they were at the 40. And the reason I said I didn't mind it, and I get what you're saying too, is like you can decline the penalty, right? Like they wanted you to take the penalty. They wanted more room to punt.
Yeah.
Which is what I know what you're saying. In most situations, I'm 100% on board. The reason I was like, no, accept that, because they didn't respect you and they were going for it on 4th down earlier in the game and getting it no problem. So that's where I was like, you know what? Make it 9 yards so we know they're not going to go for it.
Sure. But it's like a fundamental thing.
Yeah.
Like if I'm on my couch and I know, they're just doing the delay of game to get more room to punt.
Yeah.
Then on the sidelines, they should be like, well, if they go for it on 4th and 4, so be it. But I'm not allowing them to just do whatever they want with these penalties.
Yeah. And then punt.
You could have declined it. They would have had to punt it. And instead of starting on your 12, it might have been a touchback. And then, whatever. So to your point, TJ's like, yeah, dude, I was starting on my 10, on my 12, on my 15, all game long.
Yep.
And then, of course, you were punting, and that was making it to the 45 if you were lucky, the 50. And now they've got a short field. It's just.
Can I ask you guys? I want to ask you guys a question because, okay, let's set the scene. 4th and 4. Utah is on Nebraska's 40. We'll say they line up in a punt formation. 4th and 4. They run up to the line. Big Mac. Try to jump us off sides, right? It doesn't work. Okay, fine. Whatever. No loss. In your 3 years of watching a Matt Rule coach team, has there ever been... Our staff would never do that. I don't think our staff is smart enough or savvy enough to be in a situation like that and do something that is like that. I was watching that moment and I go, that's such good coaching from an interim head coach. It's 4th and 4.
It's not interim. He's their coach. He is their coach. He was their coach in waiting. He is their coach.
Okay. Let me clarify. His first game ever.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. And they do a play like that, and it's 4th and 4, and it's savvy, right? We might have jumped off sides. Who knows? But it was just such a smart play.
It's a non-lose-lose situation.
It's a non-lose-lose.
Yeah.
Either way, you're not harming yourself. But Our staff would never do anything like that. They're not smart enough and they're not savvy enough, even though they get paid a lot of money to do that stuff.
Yeah, you either get the first down from the penalty, or you get the penalty and you get more room to punt and pin you deep.
Yeah.
It's just stuff like that we've talked about all year. And when I saw that happen, I'm like, I know they're not going to decline this.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're not going to. And they didn't. And then we got pinned on the 12. It's like, oh, here we go.
Someone on Facebook was kind of giving me shit because I posted a video about how if you look through the roster on the scholarship distribution, it's a mess.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of players on the roster that need to go elsewhere because they're not good enough to play in this conference, etc. And someone was like, "Oh, figures you guys would just blame everything on the roster and all the players. You're not blaming the coaches." Dude, it's both. It's both. There's a reason why you need to go in the portal a month ago. Oh, it opens tomorrow. No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You better be tampering the out of people.
They have been.
So players aren't good enough. John Butler told you that's why he got fired, and because the defense sucked.
Because he wasn't good enough.
But John Butler told you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
He told you the truth. Players aren't good. Coaches aren't good. It's both. It's everything.
Yeah. Here's one more triumph, and we'll end your counseling session on this. The triumph is that it's portal season. So,
and it's basketball season.
That was my other triumph.
Shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wipe it off.
Triumph number 1, portal season. Time to get excited about all the new guys, new shiny toys.
All new.
Yes. We're going to love that. We're going to love all of that. They're going to be the best players we've ever gotten.
Yes.
We're going to win the offseason like we always do. So that's triumph number 1. Triumph number 2, it is Nebraska ball season.
Yeah.
We have a really good Nebraska basketball team. So we get to talk about that a lot. I'm really excited about that. And triumph number 3, because it is the off season, we will be guest heavy, and we will have cool guests for our listeners again.
Yeah.
Media people, former players, all that stuff. So it's it's bittersweet that football season's over. But after this year, I was kind of exhausted. So it'll be exciting to talk about the fun off-season stuff, all the guys we got to the portal. That's going to be really fun.
Yep.
It's going to be fun talking to former players about their journeys. And it's going to be fun talking about Fred Hoiberg and the boys hopefully winning their first tournament game.
Yeah, I think this year 4 for NBNR, I think this was probably the most exhausting, taxing season that we've had.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why. I don't know, we had the studio move, and then we were doing counseling on Sundays and our regular episode on Mondays. It was just, I don't know, man. This year just seemed like a little bit more taxing because maybe it was because we had a lot more hope this year. You look at the schedule, you're like, yeah, you got 5-star quarterback Dylan Raiola returning, and
Unless you predict it.
Well,
perfect.
You can't stress enough that, again, Nebraska fades. They fade away when November hits.
Yeah.
Fade.
Yep.
And other teams outmatch them and outclass them and outman them. And so, yeah, you're right. It is kind of exhausting that this is where Nebraska football is at. We used to be the bullies, and we poop in the house, and Iowa shoves our noses in it. Bad dog, bad boy, right?
Well, I can tell you right now why it feels different this year. It's because Nebraska had a minus 73-point differential over the last 3 games. That is why. It's the worst since 2018, after the Huskers lost by a combined 77 to Michigan, Purdue, and Wisconsin back in 2018. And that's when former head coach Scott, he told you that was rock bottom. Yeah. That was the rock bottom thing. So I think that's probably why. It's just the way we always talk about close losses don't matter and this and that. But at the end of the day, when you're getting your ass kicked and blown out to end the year, that's why I said the bowl game mattered. It's if you win that bowl game, you have the momentum going into the offseason, right? You feel good about it. Even beating freaking Boston College, we felt good about going to the next season. Losing this game and the way we lost this game, it puts a sour taste in your mouth. And now that's all we have to think about now is the last 3 games of just getting your ass beat in.
Hey, I do just want to mention that episode early on in NBNR where I walked off the set,
Mhm.
or I almost walked off the set.
No, you did. You walked off.
Look, I was catching strays. I was catching some heat
Mhm.
because I said the close losses are better than blowouts.
Yeah.
And you said, doesn't matter. An L
Yeah.
is an L. And that is
Yeah.
correct. An
Yeah.
L is an L.
Yeah.
But I can tell you with all certainty that
Yeah.
I predicted the Penn State loss.
Yeah.
I did not predict the Iowa loss, but I predicted the Minnesota loss. And let me tell you, had they lost by 3 points,
Yeah.
it would have sucked.
Yep.
But we wouldn't be sitting here talking about Nebraska got their asses beat in 4 games this year.
They did.
And that hurts.
It hurts when you lose the way they lost.
Because now you have this conversation, which is, oh, it's a full reset. Had it been competitive throughout the year in these 4 games, and you know what, Michigan, I'm going to throw that on the list because we got our asses beat that game and somehow still only lost by a touchdown. But you watch the game, we got our asses beat.
Yeah, you got manhandled.
Now, instead of us saying, yeah, you know, the losses that we had predicted that we knew were going to be a loss, we're competitive, there's stuff to build off of here. Think back to Ohio State after Indiana last year. We were saying there's something to build off of here. This is some momentum. This year, it's like, hey, we ended the season with 3 blowouts. And that is where the conversation of it is a reset comes from.
Yes.
And that sucks.
Because if they were to at least be competitive in these losses, the conversation that we'd be having right now is we feel pretty good about Latif going into next year, and we don't
Right.
need a new quarterback.
Yeah.
But
They failed every test that they were given. They failed every single one.
yes, getting your ass smashy, right? Utah. 11 fullbacks coming at you. God, their tight ends look good. Oh, baby.
God, that one
Oh,
tight end was just like
oh.
a man child.
I
man.
saw 88,
Yeah.
and I go, I fell in love. Like, I want him.
Yeah. Offer him a bag.
I want him on my team.
Now he's going to the NFL probably
And-
because that's what they do. They produce NFL.
I go,
players.
NFL. I see him. I go, oh, NFL. And I had little hard eyes. Where's our tight ends that look like that? And I like Luke Lindemeyer.
I like
He's
him.
going to come back. He's not going to be used next year. He won't be used. Hey,
Right.
Luke, I want you on the team. I love you. I think you have the potential to be an NFL guy. But Dana's not going to use you. I want you to come back, but he's not going to use you. You're just going to be like all the other Husker tight ends that we've had over the years. Austin Allen, he won the Big Ten tight end of the year, was still hugely underused here. It was a miracle that he won the Big Ten tight end of the year. But yeah, man. Shit, I don't even know what else to say. I want to run down my list of quarterbacks that I want real quick. I know we're nearing the end. Just you can go read the article that I wrote, whatever. It's on Sports Illustrated.
Huskers on SI.
Just real quick. Okay? Doing all my research with the 100 carries at the previous place you were at. Alonzo Barnett, James Madison, Bo Brungard, Aiden Childs, Anthony Calandria, Caden Creel, Katen Hauser, Brad Jackson, Colton Joseph, Justin Lamson, Brock Lowry, Mason McKenzie, Connor Weigman, and I will hear you on Lincoln Keenholz and Mansky. I will hear you on those.
The Notre Dame guy. Is he on your list?
No.
Yeah. Well, you better not want to add him.
Well, if we had him, I
Backup Notre Dame guy.
probably won't like it very much. But
Yep.
just those are the guys I want. You haven't heard most of them, but guess what? You didn't hear about Trinidad Chambliss when he was at Ferris State. You didn't know who the hell he was. You didn't know who Devin Dampier was when he played for the Lobos. Look at them. Leading their teams to playoffs and double-digit wins. Running the ball while doing it. Okay, that's just me.
I like it.
I got that shit off my chest.
Yep. Feels good. And you know what? There's some people in here just thanking us for the year and the what's this one here?
Let's go.
The no copay on the therapy.
Yeah.
Uh
Next year we're gonna have to charge your insurance. Though.
yeah. Yeah.
Trump-
yeah. Hey, look, we
Trumpflation.
appreciate it. 2025, big year for the boys for NBNR. It's a good one. And 2026 is going to be just as good, if not better.
If we win a tournament game, or if we make the tournament, the boys are going again.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you that now. So all you guys start preparing your finances, prepare everything for Nebraska to make the tournament, because that's where we're going to be at. We're going to be going. And if you want to join us and have some drinks, you let us know.
Man, Nebraska ball.
Nebraska ball, baby.
Even when they get off the slow starts, They make adjustments and figure it out, don't they?
Isn't it?
Undefeated in the non-con.
Hey,
That's crazy.
Fred Hoiberg changing up his identity just when we thought he was dead in the water. Hint, hint.
Hey, you know what? I went and I filmed the BYU exhibition game because one, it was like, okay, Nebraska basketball is starting, but they also had that AJ.
the number 1 draft pick guy.
Yeah. And so we're like, we should go get some stuff of him because he's going to be big news.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, okay, great. And then I watched that game and I'm thinking to myself, it's an exhibition. So of course, like this isn't how all this stuff plays out. But I remember sitting on the court watching and I'm like, these boys might be all right.
Yeah.
These boys might be pretty good.
Yeah.
And then they go and they win the non-con slate. It's like, okay, here we go.
And they're predicted to finish like last in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
By the experts. The experts say they're supposed to suck. And guess what? They're pretty good.
Should be top 10.
Can't wait for tomorrow. If you're going to the game, guys, remember to wear red. Wear red. You wear red to red to Nebraska games.
Red.
You don't wear freaking, You don't wear green.
I was gonna say, what if they were?
You don't wear your camo green shirt, and you wear your hat. You wear your hat straight.
Wear green if you want Aiden Childs to be the quarterback next year. There you go.
There you go.
I don't know. Okay. I'm assuming we're going to be back Monday.
Yes, we'll be back Monday.
Talk
6
about
o'clock.
all the portal shit.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a guest. I think we need a guest to kind of refresh
Wait,
things.
is that the 5th?
Maybe
5th. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got Tony Trainer coming in.
There you go.
He's gonna come hop in. He's the lead singer and I think like the founder of the Trainer band.
Yes, he is.
We've had him on before. I've done some photography and video work for him.
Tony Trainer
I think
is
his
the
name-
trainer.
Well, listen, I didn't know if like him and his friends were like, hey, let's make a band. I didn't know if it was, whatever.
Yes.
So yeah, he'll be in here and he'll come hang out. He's got a big show on the 31st at the waiting room. So
You're laughing.
The Delaware band with Mike Delaware. I think it's his band. The Kyle Byers trio.
I knew it was his band. I just didn't know if they all created it together or if it
Kyle.
was just him.
We're just giving you shit.
We're just giving you shit. Hey,
I know.
that's gonna be a fun episode. Maybe we'll get him to sing us a song or something,
Yeah.
or create us a cool intro. That's what I want him to do. He needs to make us an intro song. That'd be
He did mention that to me the last time that we did a photo shoot.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm probably not going to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I understand.
You could though.
Yeah.
You want it played every single episode. I mean,
You just make your dumb AI music, Mike.
that's fine.
Exactly.
You'll hear it on this episode.
No, you won't.
Yeah, you will.
Fuck.
I'll go in and delete it.
I hope so. Please do. Okay. That's the end of your counseling session. See you Monday. Last counseling session of the year. All right. Get out. Love you.